let me cut to the chase. I think I speak on behalf of all of us when I say to Candace and to Erika Kirk that we have to have a sit-down, a battle royal, an absolute loser-leave town bunkhouse match, Texas death match. There has to be a sit-down with Erika sitting with Candace Owens. And that Candace Owens can say, I'll ask you a question, you ask me a question. Ask me anything you want, I'll ask you questions. Now, of course, the problem is that Candace would need 2 weeks to ask all of the questions regarding all of the facts that seem to be missing. That seems to be expurgated, Baudelarized, emended, edited, taken away, just gone, redacted. They've redacted her life, her name, which degree she had. Was she lying? What's the truth? Where do we start? And you have to have Candace sitting in front of her. Because when people are put in the position of being confronted with, what is this all about? They'll tell you things like, well, I don't know that, I never did that. And you need somebody who says, no, I checked. Because it's very easy for somebody who doesn't know the facts to say, well, I don't know. That's what Candace had told me, or that's what I learned. No. You need somebody to be able to say, oh, no. This entire class is missing, or no, you were there, but your let's say your honors conveyed were different, or your degree was different, or the date was different, or the different names. You've got 12 different names. You've been married 6 times. You've been in the Romanian army. I'm just making this up. But unless she sits down in front of Candace, and Candace says, no. Answer the question. Don't slough it off. Don't say, oh, I don't know. Look at the LinkedIn or anything that she had to review regarding curriculum vitae or accomplishments or whatever. Look at them specifically and have her answer the question, how did you allow this to go on for this long without you doing something to fix it, to change it? How did this happen? Don't go on and don't move until you answer that question. Because everything, her whole life is nothing but which nobody knew about before, one falsified, fanciful, imagined, over-the-top reference that we simply cannot believe. Nothing. I believe nothing, she says. Nothing. You can show me a tape, a video. I don't even know if she's there. We need to do kind of this reverse, the way they'll use DNA or mitochondrial provenance, or they'll do heredity or genealogy to find out in cold case squads. We need to find a cold case. I'm not kidding you. Somebody who, let's say, we need to take her fingerprints. There's these little mobile devices. You put your fingerprints. Has she ever been arrested? Is she on any records? How far do people go back and really remember her? Let me explain something to you. Weird things happen sometimes. Barack Hussein Obama, is one of these guys that kind of came out of nowhere. And this is by analogy. He came out of nowhere. And every time anybody tried to figure out what had happened with him, where he went, what he did, which colleges, we find out they're sealed. Somebody, I forget who it was at Columbia. And they said, Columbia's not as big as you think. It's a very prestigious Ivy League school. And he said, I don't remember seeing him. We knew people. You don't go there for 4 or whatever years ago. I don't remember seeing him. I don't remember. There are people who also said, do you remember them dating? Do you remember wedding pictures? Pictures of of Michelle pregnant or anything. Say what you want about, there was pictures of George Bush. He's got pictures. Same thing with, there's Bill Clinton, and they were, Yale together, or Oxford, or wherever it was together, and they're doing their thing, and there's some provenance, there's some record, there's something to it. Hell, you've got pictures of Trump. Every aspect of his life has been chronicled. He's seen to it. You don't see this unless you're in the mob, witness protection. I'm not suggesting she is, but it is bizarre. And it goes to show you how few people actually sit down and say, let's make sure we know who she is. You would think somebody at the board of directors at what amounts to, TPUSA, somebody would say, do me a favor, check her out. Hi, how are you? Check her out. Well, we don't know anything about her. I mean, if you think that they haven't figured out how weird she is, if you think that at no time during any investigation did they ever figure out how weird she is, and there were no red flags, that nobody said, we're going to check this thing out, you're out of your mind. This is, you mean to tell me nobody, this is probably $1 billion corporation. The potential for what TPUSA is, not now. Now is another story. But this was so big, and you were going to bring this person in. They do it now all the time. Before you have a CEO, they're going to make sure, are we going to find out this guy's a serial, predator or something, or he's got a bad record with women and inappropriate whatever? This is what they did. This is what they did. This was precisely what these folks did and do. They check out their own. They make sure that they know who's who. Let me tell you something. This is not as rare as you think. There are people who've gotten married who never thought of asking their betrothed, can you explain, can you verify who you are? Nobody did records checks. People get married and don't even do a credit check. So this is not uncommon. In fact, it's considered to be weird and paranoid and conspiracy theory. There's that word again, for you to dare and review the obvious. This is what they do. This is how nuts this is. And every day, whether it's Barron or whether it's Candace or whoever, there's another investigator, another online influencer who says, well, we got these records back and there's no driver's record, and she lived under the name Stanley Yablonsky in Chicago, and she was an accordion dealer. What? Where? It never was done. It's going to be done now. It's going to be done now. You don't know anything about these people. Anything. But again, it's not just her, but man, did we hit pay dirt with this. It's almost like the spy that came out from the cold. I mean, this is like a Le Carre spy thriller. Who is this person? It's almost like witness protection. And what happened was, all of this could have been verified, but nobody cared. Nobody cared. When she was coming up the ranks, either being recruited, one of my favorite stories, recruited to be in the ranks of this recruitment stuff, or whatever it was, when she was doing that, coming out of nowhere, they found out, interestingly enough, that maybe they could have found out something then. Maybe they could have fixed, maybe. But nobody did, because nobody thinks that way. Why would you think that way? It's not our nature. Hell, her husband was just killed. See what a great cover it is? It's changing all right now. Oh, yeah. I'll bet you there are people running checks on everybody. On the entire TPUSA. It's just incredible. And then you realize that's why Candace has to sit down and say, Erika, what's the matter with you? There were people who never, the vast majority, never change their name, never have trails of changed, and it's not necessarily her, but her mother? Is it familial, who have closed businesses and LLCs, and I mean, it's beyond anything I've ever seen. How many names? Look, some of us might have, Buddy, Skip, Chip, that kind of stuff. That's not what we're talking about. A woman may get married. That's not what we're talking about. A woman may get married and then get a divorce. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about a mere name change. We're talking something even bigger. Something even bigger, even more insidious. Who was this woman? And here's the million-dollar question. Did Charlie have any idea? Or was he just targeted, and then he just fell into line because of his love? I'm going to say something about him, and I don't mean to be, merch. I sound like Erika. I'm not trying to be mean. I don't think Charlie was that bright when it came to women. I wouldn't be surprised if he was not exactly, experienced with the multiplicity of nutcases and loons, or women in general, that are out there and available for selection. Okay? I don't know. And when you've got this one, when she got her hooks into him, she saw him. He was a mark. She just moved in for the kill. Did you notice this? Man, she doesn't take no for an answer. She saw this. And he was quite the catch. Moving up. Oh, that would have been perfect. The way to park her kind of this kind of an imaginary personality, to park her and to connect herself, to attach, to tether her with Charlie. It's beautiful. It's unbelievable. It is something that I absolutely, positively, seriously wonder, how long would this have happened had they decided not to go after Candace? They brought it on themselves. That's the beautiful part about it. The Macron thing, she even said it. She would have let that thing go until Emmanuel hit her with either the lawsuit or a letter or whatever it was. Then it's like, okay, all bets are off. That's it. And remember, she's not telling you everything she knows. She's telling you everything you know, but not everything she knows. It's unbelievable what we're seeing right now. And it's something that you can't really put into words, and you can't really, how do I say this? You can't really grasp it because it is so unusual. This is like spy thriller stuff. So bottom line, to reiterate, to perorate, to review, Candace and Erika have to sit down. Televised. None of this let's meet business. No. Candace, bring your main questions. And what's Erika going to do? She didn't have any questions. What are you going to ask Candace? Go ahead. It'll be, she won't know what to do. And she has to know this. Did you know this is what did you know your neighbor? Did you know your mother? Did you know on this LinkedIn? Did you know you didn't know anything? And you want to be the CEO of a multi-gajillion dollar industry, and you didn't know all of this? You couldn't even follow this? Come on, Erika. Come on. Stop it. Tell us the truth. Who are you? Who the are you? Where are you from? What do you want? What will it take for you to go away? Because that's the only way there will be peace, is if she just says, you know what? I've had a nice ride. Let me go take care of my kids. The kids we always forget about. The kids we never talk about the kids. Let me go with my kids. Let me maybe try to reconcile with Charlie's parents. Are they even alive? Do we get a picture of the funeral? What's going on here? She's got to realize this is enough. Not only that, for your own good. These people are like, they're attack dogs. They won't let go of this. It is such an incredible story that you caused. You brought about it. You did. It's the most incredible thing in the world. Why, I say? Why? That's the question. So, Erika, Candace, you know what you've got to do. The sit down, pay-per-view with all proceeds going to Wounded Warriors, Erika's not going to like that because she wants to sell the merch. She loves to sell the merch. It would be, I don't know what I would do. And Candace would go in there like a bear, like a viper, going after her every single thing she knows. Oh, it's beautiful. Dear friends, thank you. Please, let me say this. You know what the routine is. Like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And whatever you do, my friend, I've got some questions for you in the comment section. Comment as you see fit.